step further from Uncle Steve and link that to our theme for the whole convention, the diasporantive in sustainable development in the TIV nation. So diasporantive in that regard translates to muta. So we have to take that a step forward. I know everybody has been talking about the educational fund, the health fair, but I want us to look at that and see, how do we take that a step further and make that sustainable? Because we can go in and give scholarships like we're doing to a few children. We can go in and hold our health fairs. There's nothing wrong with that. But then when you look at the theme and you want to see how we will extend that to have an impact on sustainable development, I think we need to look at that as well. His Royal Father has touched on several issues. The environment is a very big one that is something we might want to look at. And it also brings to light some other issues that we might look at. The local infrastructure on the ground is lacking. We did our health fairs, we saw the primary health structures on the ground, almost non-existent. We were in Boko, some of us took time to go and look. There's, I think they call it the dispensary in Boko local government. I went there with the permission of the local government chairman. As it was, from, I think it was built in the 40s or 50s, that is still how it is today. That is still how it is today. Training of healthcare professionals is something we might want to look at. We had a conference where we talked with some of the people on the ground. Those are issues that MUTA as Diasporan TIV can look at and have structures on the ground that will actually lead to sustainable development. In education, we're talking about education, lack of science on the ground. We might want to look at some of the schools that we can support to encourage science starting from the primary school up. So I just wanted to add that as we look at that, because those are things that will actually have long-reaching impact to help our people in the long term. Thank you.
That are given for those kind of things to be taken. They will send us the science teachers to teach us in the technical school, to set our elementary school at no cost to any government or local people, as long as we give them a proposal and we put in a plan on how we want to go about this. So there are solutions and there's a source of money just waiting for us to tap. We just need to know where to go to get those money. I thank everybody.
Mother, listening to everyone, one word I've heard is used to. We used to have great leaders, we used to have great structures, we used to have great schools, we used to have this, that. Why is the decay? That is one area. I mean, everyone is making, has spoken very well, solutions, but one aspect is when you realize and accept that there is a problem, is a step to solving, the problem. So what has caused the decay? I am not a researcher, but I think it's an area that we should look into to try, because it's not enough to try to put these things together again, because that thing which caused the decay might still crop up and destroy everything. So that is an aspect to look into. Thank you.
Good morning, His Royal Highness and my Royal Mother and the panel. The solution is what you asked. What is the solution to this? Part of the solution that I think is, there's something America said, don't ask what the government will do for you, but what will you do for your people? What can we do to solve some of these problems? Let me give a very quick example to explain what I'm saying. During the fight in Kwande local government, the schools were burnt and a lot of things happened. I remember the team in Atlanta, we decided to look into certain areas that we could help. And somebody told us about an NKST primary school, Jatoka, that they don't have roofs over their heads. And we put together money, and we sent Monica. She went home, and she bought the zinc. She went to the market with them, bought the zinc, bought everything, came back, paid the laborers, and they fixed this thing. And these people have not forgotten that till today. Do you know how much it cost us to fix, was it 2 or 3 blocks? $700. That was all it cost us, $700 to fix 3 blocks of classrooms. So there are some things that we can do. Especially, I always say women's shoes. Our shoes cost up to $500. That can take care of a whole thing. We're talking of the dispensary that is in Boko. A few of us here can put our heads together and fix that. MUTA as a body, the panel accepted, but we as individuals, what can we do? Trust me, we have money. When we really want to do something, it will come out. I always ask one question, how bad do you want it? If you want it really bad, if it's getting that bad, we can do something for our people. I love the government to help, but I always want us to do something before the government can step in to support whatever we're doing. So this is just my little sense. Whatever you have, $100, $200, you'll be surprised what the project you can do back home. Thank you very much.
Her Royal Highness, my mother, Her Royal Highness, I just want to correct an impression. The Technical College in Makari is still existent. What has happened was the university took over the premises. Some of the classrooms are still there. The basic problem there is, just like all of us are saying, we have not really given it a thought. There are no accommodation for the students. So any child that wants to go to Technical College in Makari has to stay off campus. I have about 3 students in my house. And before I traveled, about 4 mothers came begging me to take in their children that they want to go to Technical College. I told them I don't know. So if IPPO can look into the situation, maybe talk to the Benue State government to reallocate the Technical College in Makari to a different premises and create accommodation for them. Many children want to go to Technical College. Thank you.
Her Royal Highness. When I was home some years ago, I'm a nurse. And also, I was trained as a public health nurse. And before I left home, I worked in the community. And I used to go to the villages to train women how to become midwives, local midwives. And we didn't have to wait for the white men to tell us what to do. I'm from Niger State, but I'm a full-fledged Igbo.